In the stringent world of management and engineering, a select group of notable companies seek relevance and perfection in Six Sigma. Today, a new company joins the ranks. R4 is known worldwide as primary designer and manufacturer of automated guided vehicles. But this wasn't always the case.
We opened our facility in 2005. We had heard about the best competition that's boosting engineering, science, and technology, and it sounded like fun. We had 4 team members, 2 moms, and a drill. Literally. Everything was trial and error. We built our robot on the kitchen table using library books, magazines, and websites. We learned the basics of engineering design process as well as elementary electronic wiring and building skills. While that year's competition was a foundation for our current success, at the time it was a daunting experience. Our oldest team member was 12 years old. We had no engineering manual. Our display was a science fair exhibit board propped up on a table, and our robot barely worked. We scored 1 point that year, but it was fun! We learned and we started making plans for the following year. That second year, we really challenged ourselves. We worked hard and fast to enter the competition at a totally different level. We developed a respectable engineering manual, started our first presentation team, amped up our exhibit by stringing a clothesline across our space and hanging information, and created our first website. One of the other things that helped us was our ability to attract new members. We were, and still are, the only robotics team in the area. Most of us are homeschooled, and we directed our recruiting efforts at that group. But, while the periphery elements were vastly improved, the one thing that needed to perform didn't. Our little robot couldn't even get past the door out of the starting box. It was tough. We had put so much work, and the whole thing was just very frustrating. In the final analysis, we hadn't used enough science to understand the power our drive system needed. But, as Tom Edison said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And in 2007, learning from what didn't work the year before, we succeeded in fielding a regenerated team directed at a successful outcome. Our robot still didn't perform as well as we would have liked, but R4 won awards in 4 best categories. With a great deal of research and practice, we won first place in presentation. We looked sharp and presented our case well. We garnered a first place in our engineering notebook, and a really fun surprise was winning first place in spirit, a category in which all teams vote for one team that displays the most sportsmanship. Other teams had cheerleaders, bands, mascots, and all kinds of noisemakers. We're a homeschooled team. We came only with our smiles and our generous attitudes. But of all the awards, the one that really stands was the last one. We performed so well in all the business categories, we were awarded 3rd place overall, sending us to the regional competition in Lubbock, Texas. Two 2008 brought more work, more trials, more failures, and more successes. It was the year that our efforts really paid off. Our robot, the Aviator, performed so well we took first place and the best overall award as well. We had learned and experienced so much as a team that everything we did had great energy and professionalism behind it. We won first place for Best Exhibit by inventing a theme tied to the game objectives, and that was carried out across all categories. We created Southwest Airlines, an imitation business, complete with business colors, t-shirts, business motto, company brochures, and a website. The following year, we really learned the meaning of perseverance. It was the year of the swine flu outbreak, and most of us ended up sick days before the competition. But we are all cross-trained, and by fine-tuning the TNT harvester the night before in the hotel lobby, we took the first place Best Award the following day. Overall, with awards for Best Presentation, Best Engineering Manual, Best Exhibit, best website, and most photogenic robot, we are again invited to the regional competition where we received 3rd place in the Founders Award category. We started at a kitchen table. We failed and learned. We learned and succeeded. We are young, but we have history. We don't always have the resources that others have, but we have human resources that outweigh other competitors. We believe in ourselves and we never give up. We build robots. We are R4. We are Six Sigma!
Say it again, Dustin.
Quiet!